All right, I want to say welcome everyone. I'm absolutely stoked for tonight. It is 9 at night, Monday night, where it's all about the speech. And that's where it is when we have incredible speakers from all walks of life. They have great stories, great speeches. And how does this all start? Well, they have an idea, they have a story. In fact, everybody has a story. You have a story. And what's most important is to share it. You never know how you're going to touch somebody for the rest of their life, make that impact, and be absolutely powerful. Your voice does matter. I have a wonderful co-host that I'm going to introduce to you. 9 at Night. You can find that. It's the number 9, just like on my sign. 9atnight.com/podcast to get the recordings. And I'll tell you, it is a blast. I have this every weekday night with a different theme. Tonight is all about the speech. So with that, I want to introduce my excellent co-host. He's absolutely amazing. But remember, we're changing the world one person at a time. And that starts with you being able to get up and tell your story. Absolutely exciting. And here's Shawn Walker. I cannot wait to have him on board and to tell you exactly what this is all about. Welcome, Shawn.
And thank you, Christine. And thank you to our guest, KathyLu. How are you doing? I'm excited. Each and every Monday night, we get to come here at 9 over here. And we get to have guests. Come on. Give these speakers an opportunity to be heard. That's what this show is all about. I'm excited to be a part of it. It is June 26th. Tonight is especially a special night. It's my son's birthday. And I'm excited to be here with you guys. And like we always do, we have a tip of the evening. And the tip of the evening today, on my behalf, I'm going to talk about those crutch words, those filler words, those words we use, like, and, but. To anyone that is communicating, we communicate to listen, then we speak. So if you're listening, it's called active listening. And an active, when we're conveying a message back or we're replying back to someone, it requires us to be diligent and impeccable with our words. We want to be slow at a nice pace, but use our vocal variety to convey our message. Slow it down. Enjoy what you're serving, your message, because your message is like food to us. So enjoy your message, serve it on a platter, and we will receive it. This will help you minimize those filler words. Christine, and thus my tip of the night to minimize those filler words. Slow it down. Use the pause.
I absolutely love it. And those are excellent, excellent tips. I'm going to throw in a couple of tips. I'll tell you, the double clutch words, that is such a big thing to do when you get nervous and get scared. So I'm going to give a few tips of how can you overcome the fear of speaking. And these are going to be short tips. I'm just going to be brief about it. But there's many steps to do this. You gain your confidence by knowing your topic. You tell the world about it. You can even tell your animals, in the backyard. You can tell your neighbor. You can tell anybody you want to. Here, I have a little speech. Do you mind hearing this? And over and over and over again. Next is get organized. Ahead of time, carefully plan everything that you want to present. Any props, it's always really good to have props, visual aids, or any audio that you want to use. And then guess what? We're going to practice some more. Practice and practice gives you confidence. And then challenge specific worries. If you are worried about something, then just challenge it and just face it and say, I can. I'm from the music industry world, and they always say if you're performing, to pick one person in the audience and just talk to them, speak to them, make it yours. Visualize your success. When you go to bed at night before your speech, just you're walking on stage, you're making it on there, and you are successful. You visualize it. Deep breathing. That means get the flutters out of your tummy. Just start. Calm down and focus on your material, not on your audience, except the one person you just want to have as your friend. And then don't even fear a moment of silence. Shawn has told you, if you've been on this show, the magic of the pause, the power of the pause, everything about the pause. And then, of course, recognize your success. You are successful just because you tried. And guess what? People love that. And they love you. And you never know how your story has influenced many for the rest of their life. Right now, Shawn, I just think you're absolutely incredible. And I really appreciate your tips. So right now, we're going to get back. And again, our tips here with Shawn. I want to ask all of you out there, are you ready to be a speaker? It's all about the speech. People think they aren't, or they've never tried it. Shawn's a master coach. You get with Shawn, he's going to get you speaking in no time and being very, very comfortable about it. And then now I can't wait. Shawn's invited a wonderful guest here today. We're so excited to have her. And her name is KathyLu. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Besides being a dynamo, I'll tell you what, she is multi-talented. She's a woman. Today she's going to tell us, and how many of you have felt like this? She's going to tell us about her journey from feeling stuck to finding success. Hey, that's a power thought right there. Okay, let's all listen up because we can all use this, right? Her biggest accomplishment is helping others find their success in life. So with that, I am so excited to introduce you to KathyLu. Kathy, are you on mute?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Christine, for having me. Thank you, Shawn, for having me. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you. And also, let me tell you that my birthday is on the 9th. So this all comes together here.
Well, I'm going to turn it over to you, Kathy, because as a speaker.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
I don't know if I'm a little frozen here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes. You have a great smile. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Okay, now I can hear you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that compliment. Well, like I told you, I'm very excited to be here, and the connection is a little rusty, but I'm trying my best to listen.
So what we're going to do is, I just like giving a speech. I'm going to have you I'm going to turn it over to you. We can hear you. So if your camera freezes, just keep on talking, and we're here for you. Okay. So I can't wait to hear your story.
Wonderful. Well, let me tell you, the reason that I'm here is because I have a great story to tell you about one time in my life that I felt stuck. I felt lost. And I felt that there was something in my life that I wasn't basically, I didn't know where to go to. I felt, lost. So the power of prayer, that I got on my knees, it got me to my knees, and I asked God to help me find my passion, help me discover my contribution to this world. So that's when I found YouTube, and in YouTube, I found all these motivational speakers like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Les Brown, and so many others, John Maxwell, that I just worked with them the last year. All these wonderful motivational speakers that helped me create myself, the law of attraction. I got addicted to all these motivational speakers, the way they taught me how to dress, how to act, how to compose myself, everything, how to dream big, how to achieve, be persistent, and achieve anything that I put my mind to. If I see it here, I know I can have it here. And little by little, through the years, incredibly, the law of attraction, day to work with all these amazing motivational speakers like, Les Brown, and like I told you, John Maxwell. And wow, it was incredible. What you see here, you actually feel it here. And so throughout my journey from feeling lost, stuck, and not knowing where to go, and I found myself in my success, I've helped a lot of people through the way. And I found that my passion, what is my passion? You asked me. My passion is to help other people grow and help them find their success, their calling in life. And so, of course, like about 10 years ago, I found an amazing group, Toastmasters, that has allowed me to take away that fear of talking in front of the audience, in front of the public, to give my message, convey my message. It's taking that fear away, that Toastmasters. And of course, today, what I do is help these public speakers with their presentations and their PowerPoints and in their stage. And it is such an amazing feeling that I wake up every day, even before the alarm rings, because I wake up excited, doing something that I love to do. And they don't tell me, Kathy, I'm going to pay you this. No, I tell them, this is how much I'm going to charge you. And of course, all this, is such a beautiful feeling, because I found that my calling is to help people achieve their success. And that's why I'm here to share this story with you.
Oh, wow. That is absolutely powerful. Look at you. We're all going to three come on, and we're just going to ask you all kinds of questions. I'm so impressed. Now, you are motivated. In fact, we could probably share a lot of the same videos. I did the same thing, just pour into this stuff so I could find me all over again. Shawn's done that. You guys are masters of it. Tell me your journey about when you start working with the big leagues, like Les Brown, and with them on stage. How did that come about?
Well, let me tell you, it's very important for us working with these celebrities and motivational speakers and everything to respect their privacy, and to give them their space. So that's something that of course, that we have to do, because if we don't do that, we're not going to get called back to work with them. Not take any pictures, and also be there for them. It's always good in anything that you do to do your best, and that's something that I do. 100% in anything, my best in whatever I do. And that has taken me to a level that, like I told you, I'm able to work with these motivational speakers. And to me, from being lost and stuck and seeing them on YouTube on my computer, and then one day having Tony Robbins in front of me, oh my goodness, it's an amazing feeling. So yes, it is an amazing feeling, but we have to also respect their privacy and just be humble. Be humble.
I totally relate to that. I used to have a radio show. I bought time on a network, and I had cell phones of many celebrities because it was who I interviewed. My publicist would get them on, and I mean, they knew they could trust me with that, and that's the bottom line, is that trust. And so I totally understand that respect and trust. Excellent. I'm so proud of you. Now you're an author, so let's talk about the book that you wrote.
Thank you. So yes, the book, I wrote it many years ago, with all the information that I acquired from all these motivational speakers. So it's a book, kind of like a book, you know, like incantations. It has incantations, and it also has some advice. So I wanted to see if it's possible that I could read to you one of the incantations. It's called the mirror exercise.
Yeah.
And it's an exercise that I have helped people do. And even strong men, they start crying because they we're back.
Okay. We'll get
Can
to
you hear me?
the internet stuff. Yeah, I can hear you. Just
You guys can hear me? Okay, it's okay. We're gonna still make it happen.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
So I wanted to read to you one of the incantations, or the chapters of my book. I think it's a very important message. And if I can get it here open, I will read it to you. Let me see here. It's called the mirror exercise, and it's almost there. So this is an exercise that you get in front of the mirror and you talk to yourself. And so you say, stop, get in front of the mirror and talk to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. Look at your eyes. Look at them deeply. Forgive yourself for the things that you have done to yourself in life, against yourself. Tell yourself, it's okay. You're going to be all right. Things will change. It too will pass. I will convince myself and know that I will be fine. This exercise is so important. We need to talk to ourselves. We need to be our own best friend. You are an individual, a human being. You're a blessing in this world. So stop, be in the present moment and look at yourself and cry, laugh, forgive, reminisce, and make this time with yourself valuable. Do this mirror exercise and you will see an intense awakening. You are a person with no limits. Today, you have decided to analyze yourself by talking to yourself and expressing it to the person in the mirror, you. One-on-one, in front of the mirror. Learn how to be strong by practicing this in the mirror. Record yourself in an audio or video. You need to see how you respond to things, to have a clarity in your life, and know you will sculpture how you appear to others, and you create yourself like a sculpture that sculpts your personality, your character. Get to the root of the issue. Be honest with yourself. Many times we overlook things, not to face reality, but have the wisdom and courage to step up and face the normal challenges we all have. Tell the mirror you are going to handle anything that comes into your life, and you are the captain of your ship. Stand firm. So that's one little part of my book, my incantation.
Oh, I love
hope
it.
you
What's the
liked
name
it.
of your book? What's the name of your book? Oh, she left us for a minute. She'll be back. I have no doubt. There you are. So what
It's called KathyLu's Character Strengths. Use my secret, become limitless.
all right, very good. It's KathyLu, L-U. And it's interesting, there are so many common denominators because my journal is called The Captain of My Ship. For years, I have used that. How about you, Shawn?
Well, I wore my war hat today.
There you are.
I wore my war hat today for this particular reason, because we're at war with just ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I do that same exercise, Kathy.
You do?
Look in the mirror. Yes, I talk to myself all the time. You have to talk to yourself.
Yeah, me too.
You're at war with yourself.
I love it.
And you have to really look at yourself and tell yourself you have to get in tune with your emotions, and you run through all your emotions, and you can only do that in a mirror because it's a reflection of yourself. And before you can deal with anybody else, you have to deal with yourself. You have to learn to love yourself, and looking in the mirror and looking at your life as you mature, as you progress, and to see where you were and to see where you're at. I always like to say, you view the past, you glimpse the future, but it's great to be present. And a lot of people don't be present. And in the present state and in the present moment is where you need to be. That's why active listening is so important. It keeps you present. And being in that mirror, it strips you down. When you look in that mirror and you look in those eyes of yours, and you look at that soul and see that it's still there and you haven't sold it, that's the greatest feeling in the world. So,
and I just very good. I just love it. In fact, there was a time in my life, I was a single mom, 15 years with 4 kids, and I was not around family and did not have financial help. My friend in the mirror was my best friend. And I had to do that because it was just up to me. And there's no way on earth I was going to show my kids that you fall apart if something goes wrong, by my actions. And when teenagers get older, they don't listen to you, okay? But they will follow your actions and your examples. And so
Christine,
I lived
you're
it.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, things are going to happen. They're always going to happen. It's always going to fall apart. But it's not when things fall apart or when things happen. It's what you do when they fall apart. That's the defining moment. What do? Mm-hmm. Les Brown once said, if you fall, make sure you land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. And that's what I try to do. I'm going to land on my back because I'm going to get up. I'm not going to stay there.
I think I have more fun watching Kathy get excited. I mean, you have such a great smile, just such energy and exuberance. I just love your responses. Now, what's next for you? I mean, you've come this far. What is over the horizon?
Christine, like about 8 years ago, I was blessed to help a speaker with his audio in a breakout room at the Boca Raton Resort. And he asked his audience a question that none of the CEOs got up and responded. But Kathy, in her tech table, I raised my hand, of course. And he looked at me, he goes, Kathy, you want to respond? And I said, of course. And so I got up from my chair and I I looked at the audience and I talked to them. It was about, the topic was mind mapping. And I told him what I had learned in YouTube about mind mapping. So everybody applauded. And then at the end of his presentation, he came to my tech table and he told me, Kathy, I love the way that you spoke. Do you think that tomorrow you could be the expert on that same topic for my next presentation? And I told him, of course, you know, of course, you know, I didn't know what I was doing, but you know, I'm going to do it. So of course we always dress in black, but I brought my heels and he called me up to the stage and I spoke in front of the audience and they applauded. And when he finished, he told me, Kathy, he gave me his card and the information of the company where he works as a public speaker. And he told me, I would love for you to one day become a speaker, work with me at the company that I work with. And so from that time, of course, I wasn't going to just, you know, jump in being a public speaker. I had to mold myself. And that's where I found Toastmasters. The Toastmasters has molded me into the speaker that I needed. And of course, it's a work in progress because every day I try to get better in everything myself. And so Ted gave me that inspiration to one day become a public speaker. And that's why I wrote my book and I'm in the journey. I know that little by little, one day I'm going to be able to help others and become another motivational speaker like you guys.
Well, look at you. And I know you're going to do it. And I'll tell you, look it up, Google search this. You've got to Google search it. But Eric Warwave is a motivational speaker in network marketing, but he has a huge arena in Las Vegas that you can be in the middle of the stage and there's 200,000 people that are on Zoom and with their own camera. And if you look at Eric Warway's studio, it's huge. And I thought one day I'm going to have a bunch of friends and we're going to go rent that thing and have a reason. And so we can just let it go and change the world, whatever the topic is. But I see you there, Kathy. I see you there.
Thank you so much. I see myself there too.
And Shawn Walker, you have to Google it. What?
Yes, and one of the things, you know, that goes with the same that we're talking about is that a lot of people, they have a saying that a lot of people don't want to see other people succeed. They get jealous. They want to see them like them or worse. But we have to change that thinking, that we have to change the world for people to want to help other people grow, for people to, it comes out of your heart, because we have to continue to help the young people evolve. They don't know, and we need to teach them. So we need to continue to educate ourselves so we can be powerful and continue to educate our young people and get rid of that thinking of jealousy. There's no jealousy. It's paying it forward. And God always, or your higher power always brings you all that good luck when you pay it forward to his creation.
Wow, I love your passion, your persistence, and your energy, and your get up and go by example, leading by example. And I'll give you an example of it. You are such a pro. When your internet blinks off, you're back on, not finishing, just carrying on with the sentence you started before. I'm impressed. That is so cool. You are such a pro. And
I told you I wore my war hat.
Yeah, I don't know what that really means, but I think my personal motto is I rise by lifting others. It's all about paying forward. When I was a single mom with my 4 children, I didn't have problems because I didn't have time to even think about them. Well, I made sure my kids were involved with charities. I made sure that they were busy, and nobody had, we had a good time.
The most important thing is giving to our Creator, giving back to him for us to improve ourselves. For us improving ourselves, we're saying thank you to our Creator for bringing us here, because we have all this capacity, all this power, everything. You can walk, you can talk, you can do anything. There's nothing that's impossible. Nothing. It's just that faith in yourself. God, the faith that God gives you inside. You go for it and you get whatever you want. And of course, like we say, you give it to our children, give it to the neighbors, give it to, it takes a village. We are the village.
Oh, I love that. Yes, Shawn.
And that's the part of healing that people don't understand. It's the gift you share of your experiences. And through those experiences, from traumatic experiences is how one heals oneself.
And sometimes we don't wake up unless we've hit bottom. I mean, it's just, we finally get it right. My kids, the only way, if they couldn't find mom in the house, because I made sure I always worked out of my home, regardless what it is. So I was there for them. But if they couldn't find me, they knew I was in my closet. It was a little larger closet, on my knees, praying. Oh, mom's praying again. But it works.
That's the beauty of a woman, because my grandmother, she always prayed. In fact, I was just talking about that before we got on, and how her words had power. She would say something to something and it would just happen, and you knew it, and you developed that confidence in that. And when she spoke, it was just as you knew it, you could count on it. And this is something that women have within themselves that is just incredible, but they have to tap into that and use that.
I think a beautiful thing about children, I have one son. When he was 6, I mean, in his earlier years, you knew he believed so much in God. And so if I really needed something, I didn't say the prayer. I had my little Vince say it, because I knew God would listen to him, because I'm imperfect, but he's more perfect. And I'll tell you, we've had so many miracles. KathyLu, you are just so amazing. I am so impressed with you. I'm so glad you've come into our lives, especially at 9 at Night. And these will be recorded. And so I encourage anyone to rewatch this and get that good feeling, because even her incantation about the mirror, looking in the mirror, that is powerful. That people pay a lot of money for that. To get, she's nodding. I know how much I charge.
Thank you so much. This has been such an amazing experience, and it's so memorable. I'm never gonna forget this evening. Thank you, Christine. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. And Shawn, thank you so much for being there for me, for helping me grow, and I truly appreciate this night. This has been a memorable night. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. What I'm going to do is I want to tell a little bit about, and there's KathyLu. Again, just look up KathyLu, and I'm sure you're going to find something wonderful about her. Kathy, do you have a website? Do you have?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a website? A website.
Well, I do have a LinkedIn and a Facebook. I'm gonna give it to you after the show, so we can put it there, because this was a spontaneous speaking evening. and I actually was at 100%. I mean, we should always be prepared for anything, but I said I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more information on the next time.
Okay, there is going to be next time for sure. You can count on that. So I want to ask everybody out there, are you ready to be a speaker? This is for everybody to find your voice. Kathy is absolutely phenomenal. She had to do a lot of digging, and then she found her voice. And so everybody has that chance. Right now, I want to talk a little bit about Shawn. Shawn is a master presenter. He has done this for quite some time. He's a very effective coach. He's absolutely helps you overcome the fear of public speaking and to become a better leader. And his website is MrShawnWalker.com, MrShawnWalker.com. And his number is 954-818-2299. 954-818-2299. Now get this. He has an incredible youth program. And Shawn, I want you to tell us all about it.
And thank you, Christine. This is an amazing program. We're going to have an incredible third and fourth quarter on a close. We're getting ready to put together a lot of events moving forward. This is about to be an amazing finish of the year. MFL, Motivating Future Leaders, is a program where I train youth about public speaking and help them to develop their communication, not only skills, but their style as well, because everybody has a different style. We all develop a skill, but we all have different styles desired, tailored to them. This is amazing where these kids get to dive within themselves. Like KathyLu said, they get to go in the mirror and look within themselves and find that God-given gift that they have and share it with the world. That's incredible. That's amazing. We've started in January, we ended in June, but these kids' lives will change. They're so eager to come back. I'm located in North Lauderdale at the library because leaders are readers. And I want to encourage these youth to see a larger vision of themselves. And when they get down and they need a hand, they know how to take that stand. And that's important. And that's what it means to me. My website for this program is www.mflforlife.org. We are looking for sponsorships. We will be looking for volunteers for the third and fourth quarter as we close out the year. But I'm just excited about this. We have a lot of events coming up. I'll be posting those events right here as they come in. I just want to thank you and thank you for giving us a time to present ourselves as motivating future leaders, because these young individuals are change. Thank you.
Absolutely excellent. I love it. And they are fabulous. Again, I'm going to put the call out. Are you ready to be one of our next speakers here? You go to 9atnight.com. That's the number 9 as in the sign. 9atnight.com and email us and let us know if you're ready for this. If not, we got some coaching here. We got Shawn Walker, Master Coach, and he'll give you a little bit of tip there. We're at the end of our show. We absolutely loved everybody that participated. KathyLu, we're so thankful for you, and we will have you back. And again, thank you so very much and appreciate you being on 9 at Night.